right, everybody, welcome in. Tonight is a big night because, as you can see right here, we are this close to hitting 30,000 subscribers, which is a milestone. I mean, obviously, we have larger goals than 30,000, but it's a great milestone and one that I am excited to actually be on the live stream with you for. Now, the one thing I do have to say about that is, in an ideal situation, in an ideal world, Nathan would be right there. I have 2 boxes of confetti cannons, and I would be able to set off the confetti cannons and scare Nathan. Since Nathan is not here, and he's not going to be here for when we hit 30K, we are going to do it when he gets back. So tomorrow night, probably on the stream is when we'll do it. So we are going to save the confetti. We can do the virtual confetti, though. I'm pretty sure you can do that on somehow on, you know, Apple or something like that. So welcome him. We're going to be doing Q&A tonight before the game. The game starts at 8:15. Obviously, we've got the Dolphins and the Bills tonight. Probably going to be a pretty big blowout on the Bills side, if I had to guess. But you never know. I've seen crazier things than that. So, all right, let's get this up. What's up, Cash? What's up, Opposite XO? Good to see you, man. First like. What's up, Xerxes? Good to see you. Good to see all you guys here. What's up, Booty Clap? What's up, Alexander? Caleb Johnson, 30K. Caleb Johnson screwing me right now, dude. In Dynasty, not redraft. I don't have any Caleb Johnsons in redraft, I don't think. So, maybe one. Maybe one. All right, we got a ton of questions we got to go through. So, I'm going to pull this up. We're going to get started. And again, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. We'll do a giveaway at 30K. I've got the counter above. You guys can keep an eye on it, of course. Help us get to 30K. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, it does us a huge favor. And it does not inconvenience you whatsoever. We will not drop crappy videos for you. That's my promise to all you subscribers. No crappy videos. Except the ones where I told you to draft Hampton. Those might be crappy. We don't know yet. We're gonna find out. All right. Let's do this. So we got a start sit question from GT007 here. It's a 1 QB 8 team start 7 half point PPR league. Okay, so starting at running back here, you've got Josh Jacobs, which we're going to start. And I'm going to go ahead and do the old rankaroo here. Pull up the rankings over on the site for week 3. Add myself as the guy. Pull up running backs here. I got Dobbins this week at 24. Walker, Pollard. I have Pollard at 23. Walker at 26. So technically these guys are all ranked back to back for me. We'll go Pollard, and really between Dobbins, I mean, you got J. Jeff actually, so we are going to flex J. Jeff this week. Oh, I lied. I see what's going on here. Okay, hold on. We'll flex Keenan Allen. We'll put JJ up here. We will Ricky, Tyreek. I think you have to start there. Tonight, McBride, of course. And then in your flex, really, it's between Kenneth Walker, J.K. Dobbins, and Keenan Allen. I think I want to start J.K. Dobbins here. I think we're going to go J.K. Dobbins here. So this is how I'd fill it out, GT007. Appreciate you. 35 more, guys. We are going to get there. Isaac, appreciate you, man. Start sit question. It looks like you've got your lineup filled out for me here. I've got some options, though. I'm going to look through here real quick. Basically, like DK, Cooper Kupp, or Travis Hunter here in the second wide receiver spot. I have DK ranked higher than these guys, obviously, so I'm going to say DK. I'm going to say Ertz there, and then it's T, and it's Ramondre. So Ramondre, Travis Hunter, or Kupp is the other thing we're looking at here. Tough. I do still have Travis Hunter ranked above Cooper Kupp for this week. Travis Hunter I have at 36. Cooper Kupp I have at 49. Ramondre looked good. It's tough. I'd probably go Ramondre. I probably like how you have it here. I think your lineup, how you had it, was good, actually, Isaac. This is how I would set it as well, so I think you're good. All right. First year playing, should I do this trade? So, Lucas, appreciate you, man. This is Trey McBride. You basically be moving off of Trey McBride for Emeka Egbuka and Jalen Waddle. Looking at your team here, it's a 10-team start 9. So guys like Egbuka and Waddle are actually less valuable in this league. You'd be giving this guy an elite tight end, and he's already pretty high here. In my opinion, I'm not doing this trade. You know, in your lineup, Egbuka is going to be your wide receiver 3, and Waddle's going to be your wide receiver 5. It's only it's a start 9. So you're starting Genty, Brees, Pollard, Connor, Neighbors, Smith, Pearsall, And that's your starting lineup so far. No, I would rather hold McBride here, I think. I'd rather hold McBride. If I'm going to trade McBride, I don't want to trade him for these guys. I'd rather trade them for like one elite player. So like, for example, if I could trade Trey McBride for like, you know, a JSN, a Brian Thomas buy low. Like, that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm going to put Brian Thomas in there because he's super cheap right now. Honestly, that's what I would do in a 10-team start 9. I think the onesies are a little bit more valuable there, so I would hold. Appreciate you so much. I've got the link right here in the comments section. It's pinned. It's also, I'll just keep dropping it in here if you guys want to get your questions submitted. It's very easy to submit on the site. And I'll be answering these all the way up till kickoff. Also, if anybody has any teams they'd like reviewed as well, that's totally fine. All right, Dynasty trade question here. Travis Etienne, DK Metcalf, and an early mid-first, or Tyler Warren and Rome Odunze. So best player in the deal here is probably Rome Odunze at this point. In Dynasty for sure. I mean, to me, this isn't even relatively close. You have to do this. Have to do this in Dynasty. Trey D, appreciate you, man. Thank you for your trade question and your tip. We really appreciate that. My league has an option to start running back or wide receiver for the second running back slot. Oh, so one flex, tight end is Andrews. I'm being offered Warren for Egbuka, Evans, Debo, Keenan. So for one of those guys, I mean, I would trade Keenan first. I would trade Keenan first for Tyler Warren. If so, yes, I would do this deal. Looking at your team here, I think we're right here. Yeah, you can afford to give away really any of these guys for Tyler Warren. So I'm definitely okay doing this trade. We're going to show up the running back position especially later. But right now, I'm good. I'm good doing this and getting Tyler Warren. You have Mark Andrews. He hasn't turned out to be that good, and I honestly don't think he's going to. And so of all these guys, I would rather trade Keenan first, and then it would be Debo, and then it would be Egbuka, and then Evans for me. So hopefully that's what you're asking, man. Really appreciate you. And yeah. Let me know if you have any other questions on that. All right, start sit here from Widow. We are 30 subscribers away from 30K. How nice is that? Daniels, JT, Kamara, Chase, BTJ, Bowers, and then one flex here. It's Breece Hall, it's ETN, it's Javonte, it's Pickens. It's an 8 team, so we're gonna have tons. This is a hard start sit question. In terms of the running backs, I should have Javonte Williams the highest here. Javonte I have at 11. In my opinion, I think you go Javonte here. I have Breece, I think, at 15. Pearsall, Pickens, Smith. Fine matchups, but I think you start the running back here. I think you go Javonte Williams here. Got to. You got to until he does not score on you 20 points every week, so. 29, 69. Nice. 30 likes to 30K. There you go. Yeah. Or, no, not 30 likes. 30 subs to 30K. Adam, appreciate you, man. This is a Dynasty Superflex trade. You'd be downtrading from Baker to Dart and getting Kyron Williams on top. This is fine. I'm fine with you doing this. Obviously, I would assume you're not contending if you're doing this. Let's take a look at your team here. Yeah, you're contending. You might want to hold Baker in this instance, to be honest with you. I'm fine with the trade, but ultimately for your team, like, I think Baker might end up being a better contending asset. That's kind of what I'm thinking about, so. All right, 29 more. We're almost there. Drake May, Tony Pollard, Chris Olave. Make this is a redraft. One QB 10 teams. I got this offer. I'm trying to get Mahomes plus another wide receiver. Any trade ideas with Trigga Tom, if not this? All right, sweet. So this would be May to Mahomes, which is fairly lateral, a little bit of an upgrade. And then the Olave Pickens is actually a downgrade, and then you're giving up Pollard as well. So, like, as it sits right now, I'm not doing this. Again, mainly because, you know, I think if you took Pollard out of this deal and you go Olave to Pickens, that's a slight downgrade, a slight upgrade at QB. And then you can throw in something like even Tootin, maybe I would be okay with at this point. I honestly, if I'm you, my advice to you, if you really want Patrick Mahomes, I'm fine doing it. This is a 1 QB. This guy has Allen, that's why. And you've got May. I mean, so far, when we're comparing these guys' production, Mahomes so far, The quarterback 6 and 7 in PPR leagues 26 and 22.1. And then Drake May, the quarterback 18 and 4, 15 and 26. I honestly don't know that this is a huge upgrade for you. I think if I'm you, I'm just holding here. If you really want Mahomes, I'm fine with something like this. But if I'm you, I think my recommendation would be just to hold here a little bit. So it's Denick's 30th birthday, and they're going to hit 30K subs. Happy birthday, Denick. Everybody say happy birthday, Denick, in the chat. 30. Big 3-0. Congratulations, my man. Congratulations. All right. Start sit here. There's the link in the comments, by the way, if you'd like to get your questions answered here on the stream. Bo Nix and Drake May at quarterback. 0-2 need a winner. I'm cooked. Tell me about it, man. I would go May here. Wide receiver, you got to decide between Odunze, A.J. Brown, T-Mac, and then kind of the same thing at running back. It's a 10 team. You have a really, really good team. I don't know how you're 0-2. You have to start Odunze, in my opinion. And then I think you have to go T-Mac there. T-Mac this week, we're going to have... Oh, yeah. And also, the Cardinals' top cornerback is out. Or looks like he's going to be out. So where I had to move him up my rankings, honestly. He's at 21 right now. Again, Odunze. We do have... Oh, A.J. Brown plays the Rams. We have A.J. Brown at 10. You also have Hampton and Walker. Let's go on the A.J. Brown bounce back, and let's do that. Let's do A.J. Brown here. So, good luck, my man. I am also 0-2. I need to win as well. 25 more subs. If you're watching, you haven't subscribed, we're trying to hit 30K, so appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. Have a little bit of a party here when we hit 30K. Jackson Dart in a third here. Dynasty Superflex 12 team. Jackson Dart in a third for Bryce Young and Brenton Strange. You know, personally, I don't think these guys are... It's a tight end plus league. I honestly... It's fine. This is fine. I like Dart better long-term at this point. I don't think Brenton Strange is going to do much for you here. I honestly would say no. I'm going to say this is not worth it. I'm just going to say hold Dart. I think Dart's going to be more valuable than Young by the end of the year. Trickster512 here says Jake Browning in Dynasty Superflex again. Jake Browning, TJ Hawkinson for Javonte Williams. In a Dynasty League. I'm fine taking Javonte here. I'm totally good with that. Dame Dalla. Jordan Mason and Buka for Brian Thomas. This is how you buy low on Brian Thomas. I will still take Brian Thomas rest of the season. In my opinion, he's going to turn it around this week. He's going to look great. So 30K is awesome. One of my random league mates saw me on stream, and you are killing my advantage going like that. I'm very sorry. Appreciate you, though, Doc. We appreciate all you do, man. You're a big supporter, so we love you. All right, Champ Drex here. This is a Dynasty 1 QB 10 team. Removing picks and adding Warren, switching from Nico to Amon-Ra. So Amon-Ra, Warren for Bijan. I'm fine if you do that. As it sits, obviously I'm doing this, but if we go here, we remove the picks. I don't know why it won't remove them. There we go. Remove Braylon Allen. We don't need Braylon Allen here. And we go Tyler Warren here. And we remove Nico. And we go Amon-Ra here. I'm fine with this trade. This is a good trade in my opinion. So, not a bust. If you can get that done, I would do it, champ. Appreciate you so much, man. Let me know how it goes. Coop, appreciate you. Coop Baller 42. I think Odunze would be could be a wide receiver one this year. I have solid running backs. I could trade seconds for depth after, but you're trading for Odunze in Dynasty. You're getting the best player in the deal here. Coleman for ETN. You're giving up Coleman and ETN. They're two solid wide receivers, but at the end of the day, you're getting Odunze and you're getting seconds. I'm totally fine doing that. Yeah, and you can trade your seconds again, so. All right, there's Schmillo's got a redraft team review for us we can do on tonight's stream. This question comes to us from Rooney10. It's Zach Charbonnet, Javonte Williams, and Rome Odunze. Oh, wow. Redraft 1 QB, 14 teams, start 7. You're giving away 2 solid starters here for Jahmyr Gibbs, but let's look at the rest of your team here. So you're starting 7 guys. So you'd start Gibbs, Walker, Lamb, London, and T-Mac. But you're starting Gibbs instead of Rome Odunze. I don't like that you have to give up Charbonnet. I think this is fair enough. So I would go here. If you do have to give up Charbonnet, I'll say it's fair. So I'm fine with it. It's, you know, obviously you're getting the best player in the deal in Gibson, so that does make that trade a lot better. So, all right, Rich Pedro, are we cooked? I think Browning will do, but if I'm wrong, Chase is worth 0. Yeah, no. This is no. I don't want to do this in a it's a start 7 league, especially. You got to hold Chase, man. I understand. Look, I'm also holding Chase, so if I'm wrong, I'm screwed, but I'm holding him, and so we're gonna ride it out, and we're gonna hold Chase. I don't think it's worth trading for these guys, so. Dynasty 1 QB, this is a Chase Brown for Xavier Worthy swap. I'm fine with this. This is even. If you want to do this maximum effort, I'm totally cool with it. Let's look at your team here real quick. Boom, 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 boom. Chase Brown's your top running back, so that hurts a little bit. But you might be a reload, so if you're a reload, like, yeah, definitely just do this. Faded Legend. Avery, you reviewed my team. I did, but got the trade wrong. I gave up Barkley and Hampton. You gave up Barkley and Hampton. Oh, that's very weird because that is what your screenshot says. So I was assuming that was what your team was. Here, I'm going to submit you a new team review. Go ahead and resubmit it, and we'll fix that. Appreciate you. Thank you for letting me know. Psychality, what's up? Ibuka and Josh Jacobs, you're basically up tiering to JT here. This seems like a smart trade. You might be losing this a little bit. I'm going to say fair. You might be losing a little bit, though. So even if we can get back like a throw-in here, like an A.J. Brown, that was a joke. Who's even the throw-in at this point? Let's look at the rest of your team here real quick. It's a 16. It's a 16. So you'd start Bijan and JT. You're giving away a Ibuka who's not even seeing your lineup. This doesn't matter. Yeah, you take JT here. This doesn't even matter in this league. What's up, Ham? Good to see you. Another day, another stream. Yes, sir, Yannick. Appreciate you, man. 18 subs until 30K. So if you're watching, you haven't subscribed, let's hit our goal, and let's have a party. We're doing a giveaway at 30K as well, so that's how we'll celebrate. Wide receiver here. T-Mac, Ibuka, Keon Coleman. Gotta go T-Mac, I think. Ibuka's not practicing right now. And then at running back, you have Krosky Merritt and Henderson, and I still have Krosky Merritt higher this week. If Ibuka plays, you go Ibuka. But if Krosky Merritt plays, if Ibuka doesn't play, you have to go Krosky Merritt. So I'm going to say Ibuka for now, and just you can have the caveat on the recording that, you know, if he doesn't end up playing, then you have to go JCM there. So got to go with old Billy Boy. So appreciate you, man. All right. All right, let's keep it moving. Joe Burrow, again, I got the link right here if you guys want to get your questions answered in the stream. I'll try to answer as many chat questions as I can as well. 18 subs. Joe Burrow, Jake Browning. This is Dynasty move. Basically moving off of Joe Burrow for Purdy, Swift, and 2 firsts. I mean, it's fine. You get the first. If they're really early firsts, I'm doing it. But you get Purdy for this year, kind of. So I'm fine doing this trade. It's going to end up being even at the end of the day when Burrow's value settles. Now, on the other hand, we have a get Joe Burrow trade, and it's Bucky and a first. This is also even. I honestly think you could buy low on him for cheaper than this. You're obviously giving him Jake Browning to start. But it's Bucky in an early first, and realistically, I think I'd rather have Bucky in the early first here. So if it's really early, I'm going to say, yeah, I'll do it. If it's a late first, I'm fine taking Burrow. Really depends on where that first is, so that's kind of the deciding factor. All right, Botsy here. Redraft, this is an 8-team league. Start 7. Yeah. You're winning this trade on both sides. Puka over Neighbors, Bucky over Kyron by a long shot. It's not even close, Botsy. You take this, man. Take that and run. Appreciate you, man. DJ, domain fan, appreciate you, dude. Let's go at running back. We're looking at Kyron, Chase Brown. Really, it's Kyron, Chase Brown. I have him back-to-back. We'll go Kyron Williams. Not scared of Kyron. And then at wide receiver or running back here at flex spot, we'll probably just go with Chase Brown. I think you got to start the guaranteed volume over, you know, A.J. Brown and Emeka Ibuka. I would start your running backs this week. You do have Keon Coleman in at wide receiver, which is interesting. I would start A.J. Brown over Keon Coleman. Maybe that's what you meant to ask. And you're probably starting Fannin this week. Tucker Kraft suffered a knee injury today. So bad news with tight end is the Tucker Kraft knee injury. Good news with tight end is Tyler Warren practiced today. And on a separate note, Josh Downs also practiced today. So this is how I would do it, DJ. We really appreciate you, man. The rest of your lineup does look good, though. All right, Edisopo, appreciate you, man. Or Edisopo. At running back, really, you got to go Tracy here. Really, you got to go Tracy. And we got 3 flexes here, and my guess is we're going to go Tet, Garrett Wilson, and then your last flex here, gotta be Shaheed or Tillman, whichever one is highest for me, and I think it's still Tillman by a nose hair. So we'll go Tillman here. We'll go Tillman over Rashid Shaheed, but that's really who I'm deciding between here. If your gut tells you to go another way, you can do it, but got to know that Kraft is fine. I did hear that Kraft was fine as well, but I don't know if he's going to play this week. But I think what you're referring is that he's not going to miss time. Yeah, a little knee tweak. So I don't know. Maybe they play him this week and you can put him in your starting lineups. But I wouldn't be surprised if they rested him. Just food for thought. So we'll see. We'll check out the injury reports as they keep coming out. We should get some more information tomorrow. 13 more subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. Dynasty trade here. Yeah, just looking at this, I'm taking the Mahomes side here. I don't want to make this trade. I like getting to Josh Allen, but the CD to Travis Hunter down tier is so huge, and you have to go from a first to a second. I would hold here. Trying to make this even for you here. You have to get, really like the main thing I'm worried about in this deal is down tiering from CD Lamb. If you got Ladd here, then what you're looking at is Patrick Mahomes in a first for Allen. I still don't like it. I honestly think I'm holding. I don't want to trade away CD Lamb on your team. Surely we didn't give you CD as a sell. I don't think we would have. It's Bill season. Where is CD on your team? It's not your team. That's your team. Yeah. No, I think you hold. Hold CD here. What's up, DK Mega Calf? Mac Jones, Brock Purdy, and Trevor in a Superflex league for Burrow. It's very close. Very close. If you're a rebuild or reload, I'm fine taking this. Realistically, I would like to get one more piece back here. So if we could just throw in, let's get like just a nice little cheap throw in, like young guy. Awesome there, Arnon. I love that. Jordan Whittington. I mean, how about that? I mean, if you can find some way to get Rice from this guy, you've got to. Got to. We'll just put a second in here. I'm fine with this, man. I'm fine buying low on Burrow. I know people are going to be trying to do that, and I think it's very smart right now. So, Chris says, please help me set my lineup. I got you. So you got Genti in here. Your second running back is between JCM and Harvey and Judkins. It's really between JCM and Judkins. We talk about this on our start sit primer. I'm going to go Judkins here for you. And then we're going to go Sutton and Igbuka if he plays. If he plays, I have him ranked above Ricky Pearsall by a good amount. So I'm going to put Igbuka in here, but if he doesn't, you have to put in probably Ricky Pearsall at that point. I'm not looking to start JCM if I don't have to this week, and so that's kind of my thought process there going into this week. So that's how I would do it. It's tough. You have a lot of decisions, but I think this is how I'd be filling this out in full point PPR leagues. So Said that one's in Krusty Krab too. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. 11 more subs, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching, you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. We're trying to hit 30K on the stream tonight. There's the link down below to get your team reviewed. So, Faded Legend, we got your team. You traded away Hampton, Barkley, and Wilson for Walker, Rome, Etienne, Pickens. Okay, cool. Yeah, since we already reviewed this, I reviewed it last night. I'm gonna go ahead and mark this, and I'm gonna tell I'll go through and just fix your whiteboard essentially. Oh, did we? Hold on. When I did your team review, did I grade it as you have Walker, Rome, Etienne, and Pickens? So it's what it is now. Okay. I'll just do it again. Pierre's got a start-sit question here for us. Basically looking at the flex options here. Again, I am starting Quinshawn. And I probably would say between Devontae Adams and Jameson Williams this week. We have Adams ranked higher. And who are your receivers? Yeah, this is tough. Honestly, I would go J-Mo. I would go J-Mo over both the running backs. I would just start all 3 wide receivers here. Yeah, I would go J-Mo to answer your question as well. So, J-Mo's got a good matchup. It's going to be a high-scoring game as well. So, I'm starting him where I can. All right, Ray Rod, appreciate you, man. PPR starting one here. Coleman, Worthy, or Henderson? Good question. I don't have Worthy in my rankings yet. I'm not sure if he's going to play. I think if Worthy starts, I think you just play him. If Worthy doesn't play, between Henderson and Coleman, I would probably just say I'd go Keon Coleman there. I'd go Keon Coleman. So, appreciate you. Faded Legend, I'm assuming you're in the chat. Can you let me know, when I did your review, did I grade it with like Travis Etienne and Rome Odunze, or did I grade it with your old roster? If your whiteboard was wrong, then we can fix that. But if I actually did the review with the wrong team, then I'll just redo it real quick. So, 9 more subs. 9 more, ladies and gentlemen. Can we sub already? I got to go to work soon. I know. We'll get there. We're going to hit it in a couple minutes. Michael Pittman Jr. or Jalen Waddle this week. I'd go Michael Pittman, I think. I guess Downs and Warren to come back to practice, and I would probably rank, at that point, I would rank Waddle slightly ahead of Michael Pittman. But it is still going to be an interesting matchup for Waddle tonight. He's a little bit banged up, so that's why I lean Pittman. So, I was wondering if I was going to get a weekly start sit since my blueprint start sit wasn't really correct. Infinite says to start Tootin over Kincaid, but thought since it's a 2-point. I mean, they're still about even for me in a 2-point booty clap. But yeah, you can here. I'll just send you a start sit question, man. All right, there you go. I gave you a start sit question here. 6 more subs and we're going to hit it. Let's do this thing. You graded with my old team. All right, Jordan. I got you, man. We'll just go ahead and do this now. So taking a look at this team. Again, I got the link if you want to get your team reviewed or also get a start sit or trade question answered. And we'll stop and celebrate 30K here and 6 more subscribers. So grading this out, Fields and Lawrence. Again, you got to go 2 or 3 here for that. Etienne, Henderson, Kenneth Walker, and Zach Charbonnet. I think you go 4 or 5 is what I'm leaning. Wide receiver Rome Odunze, Emeka Egbuka, Calvin Ridley, George Pitt. Lots of depth here at wide receiver, but it's going to get you like to a 5 or 6. And then Dallas Goedert's going to be like a 3. And so realistically, what I'm looking to do now, and again, the trade you made was Hampton, Barkley, and Wilson for Walker, Rome, Etienne, and Pickens. I personally would have held there. I didn't really want to give away Barkley on this team, but so really, I mean, what we're looking at here is you did get Rome back, which I like. I don't know. You could end up winning games. Obviously, you're 1-1. Your points 4, a little bit lower than everybody else's when you're looking at the rest of your teammates and so your league mates. Here's what I would do. I'm going to start by saying I I would move Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet for just 2 other running backs. And your running back that you have already is, you have Etienne and Henderson. You really just don't have anybody super reliable. I want reliability. Let's take Kenneth Walker. If we can move him for, I mean, honestly, let's look at the expert. The expert's going to be higher on Kenneth Walker than I will. This will give you a better representation of who you can get. You already have Etienne, obviously. You just traded away Hampton. You have Javonte. You don't have Javonte. Javonte would be fine, but Chuba Hubbard, Kyron Williams, those are the guys that I would probably pursue with Kenneth Walker. And then with Charbonnet, you can still get like a Dobbins, Warren, Scadaboo, and I'm fine making that pivot as well. Both guys, all 3 guys are leading their backfields right now. And so that's kind of what I'm going for with the running back pivot there. 2 more, baby. 29,998. How do you do the celebration on, I don't even remember. It's not thumbs up, is it? It's not even working. All right, cool. Maybe I turned it off. I don't know. Guess no fireworks. So those are 2 of your moves. Your last move that I think I'm going to want you to make here is just an up tier 2 at wide receiver, which is, you know, you got Rome Odunze. I would trade Ibuka and like Pickens. Let's just up tier here. Definitely want to involve Ibuka in a trade, as I think you can get a pretty good price for him here. If you can get to Tet McMillan, I would do that. Devontae Adams, I would do that. A.J. Brown, Brian Thomas, if you can buy low, I would do that. So just package 2 of your good receivers and make that move as well. And so, again, pivot off of Walker, pivot off Charbonnet. You can hold Henderson for now. We can hold DTN for now. We'll take 2 wide receivers and we'll up tier here. You have to roll with Goddard. In my opinion, you have to stay put at QB, and I would just primarily focus at getting more reliable flex options at running back, and then also up tiering at wide receiver. You can maybe even do 2 up tiers there. But overall, again, it's a start 8. You have to maintain some depth, so keep that in mind as you are making moves. You obviously got more assets in the trades you made than you traded away, which I do like for this particular team. But yeah, just making sure that we kind of get some safer options here, I think is gonna do well for you. So appreciate you, man. Congrats, everybody. Thank you so much. 30,000 subscribers. What a move. Shout out to all you guys. We really appreciate you. I want to let's give away a team review. So I'm going to go ahead and let me fire up my Nightbot here. We freaking did it. 30K, ladies and gentlemen. So we started the season at 18K. And so we've added 12,000 of you lovely people. We appreciate you all subscribing. Nice round number there, isn't it? Awesome. Let me get this giveaway going. We'll give away a team review, a whiteboard. All right. Domain 30K. In the chat, no caps, no spaces. Appreciate you guys all for being here for this. And yeah, let's give away a team review. Somebody can win a free team review tonight. 30,000 and climbing, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome. I really appreciate all you guys. We thank you so much for all your support. Hopefully this is just the beginning. One day what I think we can do is I think we can have that little YouTube plaque behind us here in the studio and have 100,000 subscribers. That's the goal. The day I hit 100K, I'll take a week off. Appreciate it. Yeah, if we got to 45K this year, that'd be awesome. Yeah, hopefully it just keeps on going up and people subscribe. We really appreciate that support. So yeah. Appreciate all you guys. Yep, jump in. Domain 30K. You have to be subbed. You have to drop a like to win. So make sure you drop a like on the stream as well. Love you guys. That is awesome, man. Faded Legend, if you got any other questions, man, let me know. Appreciate you too. Sorry about the error there, and we will get you. I think we will hit 100K. I think we will. 20K away from tattoos. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed, there's the motivation right there. We said if we hit 50K on this channel by the end of the season, we'd get matching tattoos. Nathan does not want to do that. It would piss him off so much. But yeah, keep in mind, you only have to put domain 30K twice. If you do it multiple times, it will actually eliminate you. So just do domain 30K once and you'll be good to go. It doesn't count multiple entries. So Lamb for BTJ. A first, a second, and Luther Burden. It's fine. It's even. I'm fine doing this. I'd probably rather have Lamb here, but it's a value even trade. Looking at this, we got Travis Etienne and Breece Hall on our weekly rankings for this week. I think I do have Travis Etienne and Breece Hall very close, but I have Etienne at 13. I have Breece Hall at 18. So we're going to go Etienne for the first spot here. At wide receiver, it's between Mike Evans, T. Higgins, Chris Olave. I'm going to go Mike Evans here. At tight end, we're going to go between Bowers and Warren. Both guys that are banged up. I think you have to start Bowers. That flex spot, you've obviously got Warren there as well, but you've also got Breece. I would probably just say Breece Hall here in your flex spot. This is an 8-team start 7. I'd probably start your best players here in Breece. I'd be starting running backs in this format. I think it's going to do you the best in terms of getting the most out of this team this week. I think you're going to do better with running back here. So, no, you're good. You guys are good. It doesn't eliminate you, Caleb. I just wanted you to stop spamming, so I said that. So you're good. You're in there. Appreciate you, Cat's Eye. Booty clap. Okay, we got this. Again, this is a 2-point tight end premium league here. So, you know, I think we go Hunter Henry. Yeah, yes, this is the same. I remember this is the same one as last week where we just went ahead and put Kincaid in. Obviously, here you go. It's a 4-flex league. Obviously, you go Marv. You have to go Henderson, in my opinion, still in this league. Then I would go Kincaid. Man, Chris Brooks is looking good there. Akers might get interesting with the Minnesota situation. You might go Otten here, actually. It's Tootin or Otten. Let's go Tootin. This is how I do it, Booty Clap. Appreciate you, man. Happy to do that for you whenever you need. I could also trade Kincaid for Sutton in a third and start Sutton. Yep, do that. That's what I want to do, actually. That's what I want to do. Ramosaurus, it looks like you gave me Jalen Waddle and Chris Olave. If you're asking which one between the two of these guys, I would go Olave here. If you're asking something else, though, just let me know. And I can give you another question here. So, but yeah, between these two guys, I would go Chris Olave here. So. There's the link down here to get your questions answered if you guys would like. Appreciate you guys all being here for 30K, 30,000 subscribers. Nice little milestone. And we are only 9,992 away from 40K now. So. Awesome. Dynasty League where I have Burrow and Kittle out, started 0-2. Easily contending roster with them. Might have to get a blueprint very soon. Yeah, if you are feeling on the fence about it, let us know. We can kind of tell you which direction to go and what moves to make after that as well. Dank Hamster. Half PPR if this doesn't get accepted. Do you have any ideas here? This is fair. I mean, I'm fine with it. Let's look at it's a half PPR, so you probably lean Bucky Irving here. Although BTJ is good to own in this format. Yeah, you go Bucky there. Any other ideas? So, yeah, I mean, I think you're kind of on the right track. You could down tier from like Brian Thomas or Drake London and then add a running back on top there. So that would be like my other idea for you. Definitely pick up freaking Darnell Mooney, but it is only a start 7. So it's Lamar, Warren, Tracy, Lamb, BTJ, London, and Kittle. You got Addison coming back, but honestly, you need to up tier at running back here a little bit. I would try to down tier from BTJ or Drake London if you can't get this done. That would be my answer. So I would take Bucky here, though. I like this trade. Flowers getting 50% target share with Lamar. Maybe temporarily, but that would be over in the course of entire season. That would be groundbreakingly high. That would be insane. Bang, boom, quack. Here we go. Setting the lineup here. It's a 12-team start 7 redraft league. So Purdy, Fields, and Darnold. Purdy's not going to play. Fields not going to play. You have to start Darnold. I'm sorry about that. You go Breece. You go Chase Brown here. And then in your flex, it's between T-Mac and Jordan Mason. Got to go T-Mac, in my opinion. T-Mac's going to have a good matchup. Again, the Cardinals' cornerback 1 is going to be out this week, it looks like. So probably hold BTJ. Yeah, I mean, Look, yes, in almost every single circumstance, yes. In that trade where he was getting Bucky, he needs running backs desperately, and he already has CD, and he has Romo Dunze, and he has some depth there at wide receiver. And so I honestly don't think you're selling low by getting Bucky, so I'm fine with it. But for everybody else, yeah, I think I'm gonna say hold. So. All right, link to get your questions answered. I'll keep answering your questions in the comments, and of course, I got a team review to do here as well. Got an offer from my Hampton for T. Higgins and Tracy. Let's pull this up. I want to just look how Tracy doesn't matter in my opinion. It's just Hampton for Higgins. It's just a matter of would you rather have Hampton or Higgins. It's really tough right now to say. You get Higgins and you get Tracy. I honestly think I'm okay with it. So. Any news on the Kraft injury? We heard that it is not serious. So I don't know if he's going to play this week, but we heard it's not serious. How do we get in the giveaway? Again, a domain, 30K in the chat, no caps, no spaces. You only have to do it once. Just make sure you're subscribed, make sure you've dropped a like, and you'll be entered. So. Hey Avery, what's up, man? Just got an offer for Chase Brown, Javonte Williams. Should I do that? I would probably still hold Chase Brown. I have him a tier above right now. Let's look at the expert consensus. Most people still have Chase Brown well above him, and so I would say probably just hold Chase Brown there. So. Injuries to Jaden Daniels, BTJ, Ibuka, and Kraft out. Is BTJ hurt, or are we just talking about his performance is injured? I hadn't heard that BTJ was hurt. Limited in practice. Oh, it's his wrist thing that magically popped up after he dropped all those passes. Yeah. It's not the night we see the Reek walk-off reminiscent of AB with the Bucks. Man, that would be so funny. But I honestly, as crazy as Tyreek is, I don't think he's that crazy. Poor AB, man. That sucks. That sucks. But that was freaking... I was watching that in real time. Like, what is this guy doing? Man, oh man, oh man. I would like to see the injury news for fantasy football, please. There we go. This is all updated. All right, let's just run. I just want to run through this with you guys here real quick. Let's run through the injury report, make sure all of us are kind of on the same page. I need to get refreshed on this as well. So, hey, Shaq Thompson. We got Shaq Thompson back. Let's go by position here. Let's start with quarterback. Jaden Daniels didn't practice today. Jaden Daniels not going to play this week. I would just go ahead and prepare yourself for that. So you're looking at Mariota. You're probably going to have to move down Terry and Debo. Debo's probably going to be one that sustains a little bit. I think the whole offense you have to move down there if Daniels doesn't play this week. It doesn't look like he will, but it looks like it's going to be a shorter-term injury, so I would expect him back probably in week 4. So that's good. Joe Burrow's going to have surgery. I don't think he's going to be back this week anyways. Baker Mayfield practiced it. I did see that Brock Purdy was throwing today. He's practicing limited, but injuries were expected to keep him out 2 to 5 weeks, so he's likely not returning this week. That's kind of how I think. Justin Fields already out, so adjust accordingly for Garrett Wilson, for Breece Hall. J.J. McCarthy's already been ruled out. So those are the updates at quarterback, but some pretty big ones this week because we have the 49ers offense, the Jets offense, the Vikings offense, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, actually not the Buccaneers, and the Bengals offense and the Commanders offense all being affected. Tootin's limited, so keep that in mind. McNichols practice in full. Josh Jacobs is limited. Second straight practice. That's probably fine. That's a Josh Jacobs thing to do. Tracy's limited with a calf. Doesn't seem to be serious. Scatto is a full participant. That's good to hear. Swifty is limited again today. Not able to log full practice. He's been limited, but I mean, honestly, I think he's going to play. So the limited practices are good. McCaffrey didn't practice today, or yesterday, because that's probably because of rest. That's pretty normal for him as well. Aaron Jones on injured reserve. So nothing crazy at running back there. It looks like Swifty's going to play through it, and so that's kind of the main thing we're looking at. And everybody else looks good to go for this week, so that's awesome. Aaron Jones is on IR, though. He was the sacrifice here. Jalen Waddle is playing tonight, but he was limited all week. He had 2 limited practices, and so exercise some caution when starting Waddle if you're going to put him in your lineups tonight. And if you have any other better options, like within a tier or 2, like you might want to start the other guy, but it's shaping up to be a blowout anyways, I think. So Worthy's limited again. Practice Wednesday, was able to follow that with another limited one. He's expected to be able to suit up in week 3. We're going to see, man. I don't know. I've had the opportunity to trade for Xavier Worthy in the Flock League, and I just haven't done it. Haven't been able to pull the trigger on it because it just worries me, man. BTJ was downgraded today. So he logged a full practice Wednesday, but he was downgraded to limited Thursday. He played through that issue week 2, so it's unclear if he suffered a setback. Yeah, interesting that he was downgraded, that he was a full practice guy and then limited. I would say his status is probably pretty up in the air for this one. Deebo Samuel had a personal day, so he did not practice. So he'll probably play. Christian Kirk, who we've been waiting to return, he was limited today as well. He's expected to make his debut. So I would say this. If you're in a 12-team league and Christian Kirk is still on your waivers, he's somebody that I think I would go pick up. I think I would go pick up Christian Kirk. McConkey's back. Darnell Mooney was a full participant. Hey, Jamal Agnew, man. Chris Godwin is limited. I don't think Chris Godwin's going to play this week. He's going to have a chance to play in week 3. And also, Egbuka, we're going to check on Egbuka's status here. I don't think he practiced today. But Godwin, I think Godwin could come back in week 4. So be ready. If you're wanting to buy Chris Godwin before he comes back from injury, you might do that. Also, I think right now is the highest you're going to see Emeka Egbuka's value this season. And so keep that in mind. DK Metcalf rested today. Josh Downs is a full participant. I heard that. Wandale was limited. I'm just not starting Wandale this week, to be honest with you. Leggett limited. Renfro didn't practice. Egbuka didn't practice. I don't think Egbuka plays this week, to be honest with you. Jennings not participating. We'll see what he does. London's fine. Neighbors is fine. Jaden Reed had surgery. That should be up to date. So, lots of injuries at wide receivers that we're going to have to keep an eye on there. Lots of injuries at wide receiver. And then it looks like Likely's about to come back. So, I mean, if you were starting Andrews before, you definitely aren't now. Kraft was not able to finish practice. Not severe. He's been killing it. Yeah. Kyle Pitts, limited. Tyler Warren was limited. I think Warren plays for what it's worth. Brock Bowers was limited, which is better than last week when he didn't practice. Goddard was limited, trending to play. Ingram is irrelevant now. Good call, Avery. Ertz rested. Darren Waller. I don't even know why Darren Waller's in the NFL. All right, cool. So that gets us kind of up to speed on everything in terms of making sure that we are up to date on the injuries. But yeah, hit the thumbs up button. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, domain 30K, no caps, no spaces. To get in the giveaway for the team review tonight. Is it right to send you Nathan friend request on Discord if you're a Motherflocker? Yep. Annual Motherflockers code domain. Send us a friend request, please. There's a non-football question I want to ask. I don't want to get you guys fly. I mean, you can ask a non-football question. Winding Councilman has a question for us. Appreciate you. And I've got the link if you guys want to get your questions answered as well. We'll keep going through answering questions. I'll try to answer as many in the chat. Yeah, short week might have a bigger impact. That's true. You don't worry about how bad Stroud and the Houston O-line looks for Kirk. I mean, I think part of the reason that Stroud looks bad is because he needs a Kirk, to be honest with you. So, I get Marvin Harrison Jr. and Scattaboo for Terry and J.K. Dobbins. I'm fine doing that. Yeah, I would take that one. I would take that one. Mason has sent me here to assist your numbers. What's up, guys? Why is Mason sending you here? What's up, Masonites? Welcome. Drop a like while you're here. What did he send you over here for? I saw 2 people say that. You guys are awesome. Mason sent me Coleman or Hampton. I would still go Hampton here. I would still go Hampton. You guys know how I am with Hampton, though. I'm just gonna die on that hill. So you guys are awesome. Shakir or Higgins? I would go Higgins this week. Kincaid or Fannin? I would probably. I think Kincaid and Fannin are very close. I would still lean Fannin though. For week 3, in terms of where I have Fannin ranked, I have Fannin ranked 3 spots ahead of Kincaid, so I think that would be my answer. So, oh, his live stream in, and so he said go here. All right, cool. Welcome in, guys. Appreciate you. If you have a question, you can drop it in the chat. I'll answer as many as I can. Obviously, I'll be doing them on the site just like Mason does as well. So appreciate all you guys. Ethan's got a trade question for us here. It's a 12-teamer. Tony Pollard, and if you guys are just jumping in from Mason's stream, you haven't subscribed, we just hit 30K, so make sure you're subscribed as well, part of the Flock family. Tony Pollard, Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's trading them away for Brian Thomas, and then Kenneth Walker. I mean, it's so fair. It's so fair. I'm gonna mark it as fair. I'm fine with it. I feel like you're probably selling a little low here, just in the sense that Amon-Ra is more valuable than Brian Thomas Jr. right now, with BTJ kind of being valued lower. So I feel like you could buy for cheaper here. And Pollard rest of the season is ranked above Kenneth Walker for most people. I'm fine with it. I wish you could get something else back. Even like a Wandale would make me feel better about this. So it's a start 8 league, so at least somebody like Wandale is somebody you'll be able to start. So just got the Flock membership with the free team reviews. Curious on upgrading the weekly one. How does that work? If you got the annual Mother Flocker tier, then it comes with it. So we'll send that to you once you get your initial review. So 0-2 gang, but my squad is sick. I don't get it. I mean, I told you guys, like, my squad in the Flock League was the highest ranked on the power rankings for the entire month of August. And then all of the sudden, my team just decided to start extremely slow, and now I'm 0-2. I'm honestly not panicking yet. I don't feel like my team is that bad. So we'll see. Trades like oranges for apples makes no sense. I mean, I just don't feel super comfortable with it. I agree with you. So I agree with you. Fantasy and acts like it's a chore to do these streams. Your vibe is just right, but Aki could do it on his own and be better. Well, to be fair to them, sometimes they're up at like super early in the morning for them. So, but that's funny. I love the streams. And I'm sure they do too. Oh, man. Appreciate you, though, man. Thanks, Stoop. Mavium here has got a start-sit question for us. Cheers, Mason, for the reference. I guess I owe Mason a cut of the $15. Appreciate you, man. Unsure how to allocate running back 2, wide receiver 2, and flex spot here. Let's do this. You don't have a quarterback here to start, so I can't give you that, but you're really only asking about running back 2, wide receiver 2, and flex. So your running back 2 is between ETN, Breece Hall. I would go ETN here. Your wide receiver 2 is between JSN, AJ Brown, and DK. I'm going to go JSN here. I've got JSN, for week 3, I've got JSN ranked at 7. I've got AJ Brown ranked at 10. I do like AJ Brown as a start this week, but I'm going to go JSN just with the proven target share that he's shown so far this year. Mason told us we had to come watch y'all now. Where's the pop? Welcome in, guys. If you want to submit a question, go for it, but make sure you're subbed while you're here. That is so funny that he sent you guys all here and the viewership bumped up. He has unlimited powers. He is the emperor of fantasy football. So then in your flex, we're deciding between AJ Brown, really AJ Brown and Breece Hall here. It's close. I've got AJ Brown as the wide receiver 10. I have Breece Hall as the running back 15 against Tampa Bay. Tougher matchup. You don't have Justin Fields there. I can see this going either way, honestly. You have a lot of good starts here. It's only an 8-team league, but I think AJ Brown's the way to go. I'm not super confident in that. Jets offense without Fields, to be honest with you. And you have the Rams for AJ Brown. AJ Brown's also due for a bounce back game, I think. I think they're going to force feed him the ball this week. So, but appreciate you, Maven. Thanks for jumping over, man. If you need anything else, let me know. All right, Kenneth Walker, Devonta Smith. You're sending those guys away, and you are getting Trey McBride here. So this is a 10-team start 7 where a guy like Trey McBride is going to be more valuable than a Kenneth Walker, Devonta Smith, depending on how deep your lineup is. Now, looking at your team, Walker's your running back 3, Devonta Smith's your wide receiver 3. So you're starting 7 guys every week. So you're starting 5 of these guys. Taylor and Brown, Lamb, JSN, and then Worthy, Waddle, Mason. You've got enough depth to do this, in my opinion. You've got Hurts, so you've already got a good onesie. Basically securing that other top onesie with Trey McBride. You get top 3 at both positions. I like it. I'm going to do McBride here. I'm totally comfortable with this. If you can, it would probably be more of a fair deal if you get somebody else back here. Even somebody like a Cam Scatterboo, but obviously if you can get like a, Myers or something, that would be ideal, or a Judkins even. Judkins would be a great buy low right now. I'm just not sure you can, but I'm fine doing this. Again, in a 10-team start 7, my approach completely changes here because these onesie positions are a little bit more valuable. So Mason was babysitting us and then had to go out on a date, so he told us to come hang out with you. Oh, man, that's so funny. Honestly, very smart of him. Albanian Sniper says, J-Mo, Travis Hunter, or Hampton in your flex spot here. I like J-Mo this week because I like the matchup. I like the matchup against the Ravens. I think he's going to have a big game. I'd probably go J-Mo. If I don't have to flex Hampton, I'm not going to, and that's kind of how I feel here with J-Mo. I think he's a solid enough option. So, the giveaway, again, if you guys are just joining from Mason Stream, by the way, we're giving away a team review over here. Domain 30K in the chat. No caps, no spaces. We just hit 30,000 subscribers. Wanted to give you guys a team review for that. So if you can enter, all you have to do is put that in the chat, drop a like on the stream, and you'll be entered. So, all right, Greek, appreciate you. Lamar Jackson, Tony Pollard here. You're trading away. It's a 1 QB 12 team. It's a start 7 league. You're getting Bijan. Holy frick. How? Yeah, I would do this in a heartbeat. This is not even close to me. Anytime you can get Bijan Robinson, you got to freaking do it, man. Like this is a league-winning trade in my opinion. You have Bijan, Genty, BTJ, Ibuka. I mean, Kraft. My gosh, dude. Yeah, you got to do this, man. You got to take Bijan Robinson here. Got to. Realize I had a typo. I meant Javonte Williams, Dallas, or Swift in a 6-point passing touchdown PPR league. Or 6-point per reception? Or 6-point passing touchdown in PPR. Either way, it's Javonte for me. Starting Javonte. All right, so in a Dynasty 10-team start 9, Troy Franklin, you'd be trading away for flipping him for a second, essentially. Can flip the second, and Algier for Samson. I don't really think it's worth doing that. I'm fine taking the second here, though. Shoemake's got a question for us here. This is a super flex redraft. It's a start 9. It's a 12-team, though. Walker for Hampton. Oh, my gosh. I still am going to say Hampton. I'm still going to say Hampton. And, like, I'm just going to check myself before I wreck myself here. Like, looking at the 2025 rankings, obviously, I still have Hampton a tier above Kenneth Walker. You can see I've got Hampton. Actually, I've got Hampton in the same tier as Walker, but I still have him about 4 spots above. Let's look at the expert consensus and see if I'm crazy. Evidently I'm crazy because they have them back to back, and it looks like they're literally back to back in the overalls and in running backs. This is honestly a fair deal. Pick your poison. I like Hampton. Some people like Walker. If you are also a Hampton guy like me, Shoemake you might be. Then Phil says Flock Fantasy sent me. Welcome in, Phil. Appreciate you, man. Then yeah, I'd be cool doing that. So, congrats on clubbing me like a baby seal in the Titanium League. Yeah, I have some leagues that I'm good at, but it's just not the Flock League right now. It really sucks. So, oh man. All right, Jay Blaze 20. Appreciate you, man. Got to start sit question here for you. At wide receiver, we're looking at a couple different guys here. Marvin Harrison Jr., Jamison Williams, Emeka Ibuka, or A.J. Brown. I've got A.J. Brown ranked the highest of these guys this week, and you're obviously going to have to start another one in your flex spot. I don't want to start the rookies here. You've got all 3 rookie running backs. My goodness. I think you got to go Marv here. I think you got to go Marvin Harrison Jr. Looking at where I have these guys ranked for this week, I've got Marv at 31. No, sorry. I've got Marv at wide receiver 16. Your other options here are Ibuka and Jamison Williams. I forgot I do have Ibuka up here, don't I? Forgot about that. I think I have Ibuka higher than Marv this week, but Ibuka's banged up, so I honestly need to move him down my rankings. I'm just going to do that real quick. Ibuka, I don't even think is going to play. And so that is factoring into my decision making here. Even if he does, he's going to be banged up. And so, like, I'm going to put him down here with, like, Jacoby Myers for this week. Marv, we've got at 24. JMO, who I need to move up. Where did I put him? 31. I would probably start JMO over every single one of these guys this week. I'm going to say Jameson Williams. I have him right there with Marv for this week. So JMO, again, great matchup, high Vegas line. A team that allows a lot of points. So Psychality, gotcha, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for upgrading. And yeah, we'll review this team here in a second. And then Charlie has a question for us at Dynasty. Basically trading a mid-first, early mid-first for Kyler. I'd probably just hold. I think there's a good chance that the quarterback you draft in the 2026 early round early first is going to be more valuable than Kyler almost immediately. So what's up, nice guy? Good to see you, man. Oh and 2. I'm with you guys. Who else is 0 and 2 in the chat? I mean, there's no shame. Now, to be fair, I have 10 fantasy leagues, but I'm curious. Actually, I know the answer to this. If I'm playing in 10 redraft leagues, how many other leagues do you think I'm 0 and 2 in? How many other leagues? Actually, I'm in 12. How many leagues do you think I'm 0 and 2 in? Out of the 12 leagues I'm playing in. Trade question from What's Up? This would make Achane and Hampton my running back 1 and 2 here. Ooh. Yeah, you're trading away Javonte. Honestly, right now, I think I would hold the Javonte side here. It's a very fair deal, but I think I would hold if Hampton immediately becomes a start for you every single week. It's a 10 team, so I do like getting the best player here. I think T-Mac projects really well rest of the season, though. So, very close. I'm going to say it's even. I'm fine taking it. I probably would prefer to hold Javonte Williams in this format because you do have to start Hampton, but 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 13 of them. None. 3, 5, probably none. The Flock League is the one. So, I mean, I'm 0-2 in the Flock League, and of the 12 other leagues I'm in this year, I am 0-2 in one other league. That is it. I am 0-2 in 2 leagues. I didn't even think I was 0-2 in another league. I have another team, and this team is I drafted RJ Harvey in this league, and that's probably why. And I drafted Travis Hunter. So it's the rookies that screwed me. Holy freaking frick, Joan. I was trying to ignore you since you're freaking spamming, but I can't even do it anymore. I just need you to stop. Herbert or freaking Daniel Jones? I mean, I think you got to start Herbie here. I think you got to start Herbie until further notice. Herbert. Please. Gosh. Oh, my gosh. All right, Wicked Dependency's got a trade question here for us. It's a 12-team redraft. Oh, man. Are you 2-0 here? There's no way for me to see your record. You got JSN, JMO. I honestly think you can get by, man. And Bijan and Chase Brown. I honestly think you can get by here. If you're 2-0, I'm doing this. I get that I have them ranked 10 spots apart right now, but Rashee Rice is just slowly creeping up. See if you can get anything on top here that make me feel even more comfortable here. So, don't appease the spammer. Well, none of my mods are banning him. I need to assign a new mod. Stop. Oh my gosh. I shouldn't have rewarded you. Don't ever do that again. I shouldn't have done it. Bobber 2 is 2-0. Yeah, okay. I'm good with it then. 2-0 in the Listener League, and that's just starting Bigsby. Dang right. Bigsby's a beast. If you can get, like, Pittman on top here, like, that would be good. Like that would be... Or even Ayuk if you wanted to, but... I'd go pretty clearly the other side at that point, so... All right, we got a trade here for Bashal Tootin. Personally, Fantasy Football 9, I would not do this one. I think the best player in this deal, according to my rankings, is pretty clearly Josh Downs. If you'd like to get Tootin, I'd like to get another comparable wide receiver here, like a QJ. Honestly, this in my opinion would be fair, and I would do this if you get QJ back with it as well. So, appreciate you. Got the link down here in the comments section if you guys would like to get your questions answered. But Danny says, sign up for the website today. Bought the season pass. Nice. How do I get you to check out my team with advice? So for the full team review, you get a free team review with the annual Mother Flocker tier, so you can upgrade if you'd like to. You do get free trade question and start sit question, though, with the season pass. So you have vouchers to do free ones for those. Again, for the free team review, it's the annual Mother Flocker tier. You have the opportunity to upgrade it. Basically, instead of the season pass, it's the annual, so it's the yearly one. So hopefully that makes sense. But if you have any other questions, find me on Discord. I can help you out with that. So appreciate you, Carter. Saquon for Judkins and JSN. I probably hold Saquon there. So down Samson side better. Yeah, I agree. Liz the Biz at running back. We're deciding between Kyron, Genty, and Hampton. I can't remember where I have Kyron and let's pull this back up. Now I gotta save this. Gotta remember where in week 3 where I have Kyron and Genty ranked compared to each other. I do still have Genty higher. We'll go Genty. And then it's between... Oh, then you got to start Odunze here. Oh, it's a half-point PPR? Woof. That's because that's really close between Odunze and Kyron then. It's an 8 team, so that's why you got so much depth here. I'm gonna go Odunze. You got to start him so you can't anymore. So appreciate ya. PPR Hampton or Judkins. I still would start Hampton this week. It's a tough matchup for Judkins against the Packers as well. It's something to consider. Is Waddle worth starting? I mean, if you have to do it, yeah. If you've got some better options, I would probably start the better options over Waddle because Waddle has been on the injury report and limited to practice all week. So appreciate you, man. McMillan and Rome Odunze or Chase and Sutton. I go Chase and Sutton there. Chase and Sutton. Drake May or Kyler. I think I'm going Drake May here this week. Got Drake May at 10. Kyler at 12. Go Drake May. Tyreek or DK Metcalf in the flex. I think I have Tyreek ranked higher for this week. It's close, but Tyreek had a decent week last week. Oh, actually, no. I have DK. DK has New England. That's right. Yeah, so go DK. Go DK there. Hampton over Devonta Smith. Mods don't ban me. I mean, I wish I could start only one of them in the flock. I have to start both of them. Pick your poison. They're in the same tier. I would probably say Smitty. I'd probably start Smitty there. I do think, like, gut feeling, I think there's a chance that Hampton has his breakout week this week. So, JCM or Pearsall. I'd probably start Pearsall there. Hindo or Judkins, or start both and sit Olave. No. Olave and Judkins, in my opinion. What's up, KT? Good to see you. We hit 30K, buddy. Bo Nix or Hampton in a PPR. Oof. I mean, I'm assuming that's a super flex. I'd start your quarterback there. Start your quarterback. Christian Gonzalez is on track to play, so DK might get pushed down rankings. That is very true if that happens. That is very true. Jordan Mason or Javonte Williams? I would go Javonte here for sure. Is Hunter Renfrow worth picking up? In deep leagues, maybe, but even then, he's kind of fool's gold, and so I would be very careful. I would be very careful picking him up at this point. So, there's a link. Get your questions answered. I'll do as many as I can from the chat. I obviously can't answer all of them, but I will answer all of the ones on the site. They skipped the line, so submit a question over here if you want to get your lineup looked at. You have a trade you want some advice on, or you'd like to look at your team. So, I do have 2 team reviews that we'll wrap up tonight with. So, Waddle or Hampton in a PPR league? I feel a lot less confident about Waddle than I do Smitty, so I'll go Hampton in this matchup. I'll go Hampton over Waddle. DJ Moore, JMO. I would go JMO here. I like both of them. I like DJ Moore and JMO, but I like JMO more. Weekly rankings, we've got JMO at 24, DJ Moore at 37. So I've got J-Mo quite a bit higher this week. So I would go DJ Moore. So, or sorry, I would go J-Mo. I'm sorry. I'm not skipping it on purpose. There are so many coming in. I'm just clicking on random ones. I'm very sorry. Traded Kyler and K9 for Odunze and Keon. You have Caleb already. Yeah, nah, that's a win. You won. You won that one. Just sign up with code domain. Where's the verification code sent to email? Yep, the email that you use to sign up, the verification code will go there. So, yep, just check it out and your account should be good. Appreciate you, man. Judy or Charbonnet? I'd go Judy. Mason or Brees? Pretty sure I have those guys very close, but I do give Brees the advantage here. We'll go Brees Hall. Honestly, I will say I'm a little bit less comfortable with Brees Hall now that we don't have Justin Fields. So you're welcome. Sorry about that. I'm trying. There's too many of you. Connor or Pickens? I think you go Connor. I think you got to start with the running back. Although James Conner so far, like, let's look at his first 2 games here. I mean, 14 and 12 points. With Pickens, like, his big week, you're getting 17. Like, I think you go Connor. Go floor. Sent me a trade offer in the High Rollers League. Let's check out the trade offer real quick, and you guys can help me with a trade. High Rollers. My team in this league is 1-1. Not great. I need to set my lineup for this week. I do have Rome in this league, which is nice, but I have BTJ, which has been disappointing. That's why I'm 1-1. So the trade offer is exploding. I would be giving up T. Higgins and Devonta Smith. Oh, I would be getting T. Higgins and Devonta Smith for Marv and Keon Coleman. All right, this is what Exist Talk just sent me. Chat, what do we think of this? We taking the Marv side or we taking the T side? Obviously, T. Higgins without Burrow and Devonta. It'd be a buy low on Devonta Smith. I do have Marv listed as somebody that I am pivoting off of if I can, so that is something to consider. But which side we taking here? Appreciate you, Sensor Us. You beat up on me last week. It took out some aggression. I've got multiple people in the chat say that I beat them last week, and I wish I could win any other. I wish I could win the Flock League instead of any other league. But of course, I'm in it to win the listener leagues as well. I definitely like beating you guys in the listener leagues, so it's fun. Thank you for convincing me to trade Caleb for Judkins in my Dynasty League. Yes, for sure. What are we thinking? T side, Marv side, T side, Coleman side. Selling low on Marv, it's true. Hate Marv, you got to take Marv, Marv, T, Marv, Marv. More Marvs here, I think. Let me counter for you. Let's do a counter. Let's see if there's any, like, I will get Judkins back in this league very soon, which is going to be awesome. Let's counter here with, trying to think of somebody better I could get back. What if we did a Brees Bucky swap in the same deal where I got Bucky, sent you Brees, and so I got a slight upgrade at running back to kind of even this out. I'm going to send this counter. See what Exist Talk says. He's here in the chat, so he might want to hold Bucky, but honestly, that's a pretty even deal still. I've got Bucky and Brees same tier rest of the season, so. Coleman is such a rated upside. I do like Coleman's upside. I agree with you on that. I do like Coleman's upside, so. Exist Talk beat me last week. Take all he's got for me, I will. I don't think I get scammed there. Like, I think it's pretty close as it is, but getting Bucky, I'd be getting the best player in the deal, and so like I feel better about that. Honestly, I never make trades, so it's just fun to make a trade. I don't feel like I get scammed in this deal at all. Like I actually like my side here. So we can plug it into the trade calculator and see. So if I'm giving away Marvin Harrison Jr., I'm giving away Brees, Keon, and I'm getting back Bucky. I'm getting back T and Devonta Smith. Yeah, that's just what I mean, depends on whose rankings you have it on, but I think that's a decent trade. So yeah, I'd be getting Bucky. So I'd be getting Bucky here. See if we can make it happen. See what Existox says. I'm sure he's thinking about it. Where's Nathan? Is he a healthy scratch like Caleb? Nathan's at the Cubs game, actually. He's in Chicago, so he was supposed to be streaming tonight, and then he was like, yeah, I'm going to the Cubs game. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm streaming as well. My Purple League roster is so much better than High Rolls. Yeah, no, my Purple League roster sucks. That's the only other league I'm 0-2 in this year. Knicks or Goff? I go Goff in that game. I like Goff there. I like Goff. Wow. Seymour Scagnetti here he is fired up. Traded ETN for Jordan Mason. Accepted a trade. I gave up Waddle and Scatteroo for Drake London. That's great move there. Getting London. Wow. That's crazy. Crazy. AJ Brown or Pearsall. It's close, but I'd probably go AJ Brown there. I really like Bucky. It's tough. Plus, I like my Buck. Oh, you do have the Baker Bucky stack. I didn't realize that. Yeah, but it's a running back quarterback stack, so. Yeah, I get it, Exist Talk. I'm a little bit scared to buy into Devonta Smith, who I already have a bunch of shares of, and he's disappointing. And T. Higgins without Joe Burrow, I project to be a lot lower. So I feel like giving away Marv, like I have to feel good about it. And Keon Coleman, honestly, like there's a good chance after this week Keon Coleman's moving up my ranking. So I feel better about that version of it. So if that makes sense. Still gets you Marv, though. Your running backs are still, I mean, you still look pretty good in that league otherwise. I'm not playing you this week, thank goodness, but you're 2-0. You've got Saquon. You've also got Chuba. I mean, you can afford to do that deal, man. Adding Marv, man, I kind of don't want to give Marv to you with that team, actually, because you've got just a better team. You honestly could do it, and I'd feel pretty good about it, so. Yeah, I can tell you're trying to dump Devonta Smith. And I'll do it because I need some depth. I took rookies in that league, but, you know. You honestly could afford that one. I'm not going to lie. Start two here between Sharps, Tootin, and Henderson. I'll go Henderson and Sharps there. It's JT and AJ Brown for Drake London and Kyron. I would probably just say take JT and AJ Brown here. Probably JT and AJ Brown. JT, that offense is somewhat competent now, and JT is feasting in it. So I think JT and Drake London rest of the season. I mean, I don't know where I have these guys in my overall rankings. But if I'm ranking rest of the season cross-positionally, I have JT above London. So, like, yeah, I would take the JT side there. I would take the JT side. Should I trade DK for Kraft? I have Ertz and Ferguson. I feel like the advantage lies with the DK Metcalf side there. It sure does. Just a little bit, though. So, honestly, I'd probably hold DK there and just roll with Ertz. Keon Coleman and DJ Moore. For starting this week, I'd go DJ Moore there. DJ Moore, again, I like the matchup against the Cowboys. I think that's going to be a higher scoring game as well. Should I start Chubb, Judkins, or Henderson this week? I hate the Packers matchup as well, but Henderson's not getting the volume. I think out of, you know what? Let me see where I have Chubb ranked compared to those guys. Chubb's the safest play, but Judkins is definitely the upside play, even with that Packers matchup, which I agree with you is a terrible matchup to start for Judkins this week. Terrible matchup for Judkins right now. Exist Talk still thinking about it, I think. Looks like our rankings aren't working. Oh, yeah, there they go. There we go. Chubb I have ranked at 32, above Henderson. But Judkins I have ranked at 29. I think it's going to be Judkins for me. I think that's where my gut goes as well. So, hot take or not, Patrick Mahomes in his prime isn't top 5 of all time. That's a hot take. I think he's probably top 5 in his prime. Chubb plays Jaguars. You feel bad about that. That is true. It's a. You're right. That is a super tough one, and I've got him in the same tier for this week. But like, I don't know. I'll be done soon. Game starts at 8:15. I got to jump on a flock call, and then I'll be done. So, all right, let's knock out these team reviews here real quick to wrap it up. Got the game in 15 minutes. Again, last call, we're giving away a free team review. Domain 30K. No caps, no spaces. In the comments, all you have to do to win is comment that, drop a like, make sure you're subscribed. All right, Schmillo, really appreciate you. So I've been following your guys' advice for years. You consistently led me to the playoffs. That's what it's all about, man. Keep going. Recently became a member. Would love your advice on my team. Any recommendations are appreciated. The website is saying I should target a running back upgrade. Keep doing your thing. Appreciate you so much, Schmillo. Let's freaking do this. Let's check this out. It's Team Brockett. You got Brock Purdy. It's a 1 QB. It's a 12-team start 8 PPR. It is a half-point tight end premium league as well. With Brock Purdy and Trevor Lawrence, you're looking at a 2 or 3 there at quarterback. At running back, you've got CMC, Chase Brown, Nick Chubb, and you're looking at a 5 or 6 there with Christian McCaffrey. London, Odunze, T-Mac, Ridley, Pearsall. I'm going to give that a 7. And then Kittle, you also, rest of the season, now you probably have to give that a 4, 3 or 4 because he's out. So, yeah, this is a solid team. Let's just look at some moves here that we could maybe use to improve this team. Obviously, you're missing Purdy right now, and so you really do kind of need an upgrade at quarterback. It's a start 8 league, so you can't go crazy with your up tiers and shipping off your depth guys. But the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to take Drake London, and I'm going to attach Ricky Pearsall to him, or any combination of receivers. I just want to do an up tier, but realistically, like if I can get from Drake London up to Chase, I think you can do that with Ricky Pearsall. Chase, Amon-Ra, those are the guys I would target there. So I'm trying to get an elite receiver here in a full-point PPR league like that. In terms of running back, I know the site said, hey, target a running back here. I don't love our pivot options from Nick Chubb, but I'm gonna look just in case. Expert average, Chubb is next to a bunch of guys I just don't want, so you might as well hold Chubb and start him while you can there. But you do the wide receiver up tier. I would say, I'm trying to think if there's a tight end on your waiver. No, there's not, because it's a half-point tight end premium league, so it's a little bit tough here. So, but you still do need somebody to start instead of Kittle, and I would rather start Taylor or Otton over JT Sanders, I think. So work your waivers for a tight end. Let's take Chase Brown and let's pivot. Let's do a Chase Brown pivot, and let's go to Agenti, Jacobs, James Cook, Bucky, Irving. Worst case scenario, you go to Alvin Kamara here. You could down tier to Chuba plus, ETN plus, Walker plus, Javonte plus, and I'd be cool with that as well. So a couple different trade ideas there. Either a pivot or a down tier is probably going to be the best use of Chase Brown there. Don't listen to Avery. He's 0-2. You stink. You're dang right. You are dang right about that. Although, again, I'm only 0-2, in that league. Of my 12 leagues, I'm 0-2 in 2 of them. One of them's Flock League, so. Highly, highly unfortunate. Just countered from Exist Talk. We'll check that out right after this. And then finally here, you're looking at Christian McCaffrey, a better running back in Nick Chubb. You're looking at, a top-end receiver, Roma Odunze, T-Mac, Calvin Ridley, and Brandon Ayuk. You got Ayuk coming back later. Again, I would make sure that you kind of shore up your depth there at tight end. In fact, if we can go ahead and trade, Alec Iomanner for a tight end, I think you're probably going to get a better tight end there than what you have. Alec's somebody that people are probably ranking fairly aggressively at this point in terms of rest of season ranks. I gotta find him. So the tight ends around here are Fannin, Kincaid, Juwan Johnson. I would take all 3 of those guys. So I would move Alec Iomanner for a tight end as well and see if you can get that one done. You're 0-2. Your points for 235, which is not terrible in the grand scheme of things. You're right at the bottom 2/3 points against a normal. Again, I think you can turn this around, but really just maximizing the upside of your flex positions here, Schmillo, I think is going to be the main thing for you. But we are going to have a full whiteboard for you sent over to you here. within the next day, so keep an eye out for that. But those are the moves I would start with, man. Your team, I don't think, is 0-2 bad, and it's in the power rankings. It's not 0-2 bad either. So it's worth keeping that in mind. So appreciate you. If you have any other questions, let me know. But thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you for getting a review, and hopefully that helps you out a little bit. All right, let's look at Exist Talk's counter. Well, Chuba for Brees, I don't feel like I don't feel like that does anything for me, because if you're looking at my rankings here, when they load, when you're looking at my rankings here, rest of the season, I have Chuba and Brees in the same tier, but I have them 2 spots apart, and I have Brees ranked higher. And so, like, this doesn't... I need a little bit more back to do this. If you want to take out Keon, I'll do it. But, like, again, the original deal, in my opinion, wasn't... I wasn't getting quite enough, and this makes me get just the same amount or less. So, let me know if you'd be willing to... you forgot to add Mooney. So you added Mooney that. I just don't think I don't necessarily need the depth in this league. I've got some. I'm probably just going to hold. I'm probably going to hold Marv. So. But I do appreciate you, Exist Talk. All right. Goated stream. Appreciate you, Stoop. Yeah, thanks, guys, for joining up. Let's do the giveaway real quick. Let's do the giveaway. The winner, we've got 100 people in the giveaway. Braden Grundy, congratulations, man. If you would like to claim your prize, let me know in the chat, Braden Grundy, what your Flock username is. If you have a code domain account, I can send you that free one. So, appreciate you so much, man. Thanks, everybody, for entering, by the way. Happy 30K. What do I got to do for a live team review? If you follow this link right here that I just dropped, it takes you here. There's a link right here. Boom. Get your fantasy team reviewed. That's how you can submit it. Just go through this process. Link your team. You can submit it to me. Or if you would like to do the annual Mother Flocker tier with code domain, if you're a season pass holder, you can upgrade. Or you can do the annual Mother Flocker tier, and it gets you a free one. So, all right, Psychality got that annual membership. That's how he got this one. That's free once you do. Y'all are the goats. Appreciate you, Psychality. JK scares me for the long haul, but Judkins might be able to take over his place. Judkins gonna be fine. Any trades or waivers would be great. Thanks much. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Psychality. It's been great having you. I'm glad you're gonna be here for the long run. Are you in any Dynasty leagues, Psychality? Got back from dinner. I missed my team review. No, you're good. That's what I'm doing right now. You're perfect timing. 100 people in the giveaway, but only 48 likes. Actually, my screen says 157 likes, so it's all right. I love OVS. Kyle's looking out for us, though. Okay. Yeah, let's take a look. Let's start by grading this out. This is a 10-team start 8. So 10-team, you got Baker. He's going to be like a 5. You've got Genty, Dobbins, Judkins, Jones, and we'll give that like a 5 or a 4 as well. Puka, JSN, and Emeka, Buka, Keenan Allen. I like that a lot. We'll give you a 7 or an 8 there, and then McBride's an 8 as well. Really solid team here. Let's start by just giving you a couple moves here. Let's look at your waivers. I mean, you got Diggs on waivers. I've got Diggs still ranked ahead of guys like Troy Franklin. Khalil Shakir should be off. Khalil Shakir should not be on waivers. Pick up Khalil Shakir and drop Tillman or Franklin. I'd pick up Diggs and Shakir and Godwin. Oh my gosh, Godwin is on your waivers? Is this true? Holy smokes. Godwin's going to be playing next week. Okay. What we're going to do here, man, we're going to drop Tootin, Tillman, and Franklin. We're going to pick up Diggs, Khalil Shakir, and Chris Godwin. It's a start 8 league. It's a half-point PPR league. You got to do this. Got to do it. That's crazy. So that's the first thing. Now, in terms of like trades here, I like your positions at quarterback and tight end. I like your onesies. You got Baker and you got Trey McBride. I'm good staying put there. At running back, you got Judkins coming back. It's Genty and Dobbins that are the problem here. You're really struggling at running back. I would just go ahead and flip, like, Yeah, because you're going to get Shakir and Godwin. Let's flip Ibuka for a running back here. Let's flip Ibuka for a running back. And I'm just going to look like rest of the season, you're getting guys at running back. Let's do expert consensus here. Travis Etienne, Chuba Hubbard, Kyron Williams. Go get one of those guys, man. Go get one of those guys. And then pair them with Genty and J.K. Dobbins and Judkins. And honestly, if Judkins, you might be able to flip J.K. Dobbins after this week. And I'd probably do that as well. After you play J.K. Dobbins, let's flip him as well. And then maybe we turn J.K. Dobbins back into another receiver and just get another depth receiver. Because there are plenty of guys in that range that I actually like to buy right now. You already have Keenan Allen. I already told you Chris Godwin's there. But you can get up to Michael Pittman, potentially. Calvin Ridley, it would be a long shot, but you could try it. Obviously, get Khalil Shakir off of waivers, please. You've got Josh Downs. So, kind of that sort of idea. Maybe you flip J.K. Dobbins, or you take J.K. Dobbins and Aaron Jones and kind of up tier there a little bit. You could also flip J.K. Dobbins for just another running back, but I think he's going to be a flip candidate for us. Because you can start Keenan Allen every week, but if you get Godwin, you're going to be starting him next week. I'm not want to get into one next year. Well, you're an annual member now, so you're going to get all the Dynasty stuff. You'll get into one with us. In this league, in my 6-man coworker league, first year in fantasy, yeah, you've got to go get the top 3 receivers off of waivers, man. Got to. So, a Mecca for Kyron straight up. Yeah, I would do that on this team. Because if you go get Diggs, Shakir, or Godwin, you can start Shakir instead of Ibuka. You can start Keenan Allen this week instead of Ibuka. Ibuka's not even startable this week. And so, honestly, like, you're going to get Godwin back. So, domain 100K. I love it. We're going to get there. Look, we're already climbing to a 50. And then lastly here, I would take once you get what I would do, this is a delayed move, but I want to give it to you. Diggs, Shakir, and Godwin. Godwin comes back. I would take 2 more of those receivers and up tier again. Let's do like a Shakir and Diggs up tier and see where we can get here. Diggs, if you up tier from him, and Shakir even, you can get up to like kind of that same range of like Calvin Ridley, Jalen Waddle. Just trying to up tier a little bit there because you'll have a lot of depth. And so I'm going to say an up tier there as well, if that makes sense. But yeah, I do like kind of where your head's at in terms of, yeah, Emeka Ibuka for Kyron, I would do. And then just dropping those guys and then taking running backs and just combining 2 of them and up tiering there. Even J.K. Dobbins plus I'd be good with. You could up tier from Genty if you wanted to. That's an idea. You could take Genty plus and up tier because you could get somebody even just a little bit safer, like a veteran. Genty, if you got up to James Cook, Bucky Irving range, that'd be fabulous. So maybe you attach one of those guys to Genty and up tier as well. And then for example, you have like James Cook and Kyron Williams, or Bucky Irving and Kyron Williams, or Devon Achane and Kyron Williams, and that looks way better. You still got Puka, you still got JSN. And then you're just looking at filling in your flex spots with guys like Keenan Allen, Stephon Diggs, Chris Godwin. Quinshawn's going to be great for you, and you have Trey McBride and Baker. You're going to be all set here, man. So you're 1-1. I think your outlook's still very good here. So I gave you a lot of ideas. Hopefully those make sense. Hopefully you're able to get some of those done, implement some of those trade options. But I really appreciate you, man. We're going to get you in a Dynasty League this offseason, so be ready for that. But if you have questions, add Nathan and I as friend on Discord since you're an annual member. And we can answer them for you anytime at all. The guy with Cook said he would be interested if I gave him a solid running back one with another guy. Try it. And keep us updated. Keep us updated on those deals, man. Again, I really appreciate you. You can always ask us questions if you have follow-ups. We're going to send the whiteboard over to you here within the next day or so. All right, what a fun stream. We hit 30K. We're at 3059 now. Really appreciate all you guys who joined up and who subscribed. But we'll be... Maybe actually, I don't know if I'll be live tonight after the game, but we might be. Either way, the game starts in 4 minutes, so enjoy the game. We'll have our wide receiver matchups and rankings for you tomorrow, and of course, we will be live from the studio tomorrow on this channel and on the Dynasty channel. So you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining up. Thank you for jumping in. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you here soon.